that they're probably not going to want to make, and moving them around the map instead of maybe finding themselves stationary in a lane and
stop of it, so that they can't force the lane in and just bring it on back with the pole there.
Do you think if they continue to get these pulls, keep equilibrium in their favor, we can see them get aggressive in this lane and subsequently maybe towards other lanes as first mid to just make sure that one of these heroes, mid one or Yaptor, is just...
Look at the collapse here.
Yeah, 4 heroes over mid. Boulder Smash hits on a Draken. He throws the Venomous Gale, but the body blocks from the Treants, the Hellbear, as well as the Frost Mage coming in, and then you've got 4 heroes on top of that. There's nowhere to go, and this tier 1 tower is gone as well.
And the reason why I suggest the Nature's Prophet is it's exactly this, and it's because this is how Gambit played. And Gambit looked really good in these kind of games with the Visage, and it's just the way that this Nature's Prophet and then the Chen +1 appears instantly is so terrifying. Like the immersion Earth Spirit with the Afterlife Nature's Prophet was so good at the minor.
Ooh, they killed Nisha, but now Matthew waddles his way into just straight death. I don't know what he was thinking about going in on that, but a ton comes over with Prada as well as Draken. Familiar's getting some stuns, as well as the Sprout coming in. You don't have a Culling Blade, so you're stuck inside the trees, but the Astral Imprisonment to avoid the Rolling Boulder. Starting to throw down some Plague Wards and a couple more TPs coming out. The Nightmare to avoid the Boulder Smash, but I'm not sure if it was in time. They'll get the kill onto a ton, and now they look over at Matthew. Prada takes a lot of damage as the ult comes out from the Nature's Prophet. The chase is on with the Rolling Boulder hitting from Yaptor. Another kill here for Secret behind the tier 2.
Thunder Awakens wants to get the Beastmaster on the side lanes like he is now, try and keep split pushing, but unfortunately he's up against probably the best hero in the game at stopping this in the Nature's Prophet. He can just be there and back again. Even though he only has level 1 in the teleportation, he might just get pulled back by the Chen. Speaking of Chen, honestly, if there was another aura item, I'm sure Nisha would buy it, but he's like, I don't think drops are worth it, guys.
All of a sudden, it's turned into an 8,000 net worth lead. It seems like it's the slow bleed coming out from Secret. Frank attempts going again. He's throwing some sticky napalm in. Finally gets a lasso. And he's on the high ground, so he's all by himself with Primal Roar also hitting on a mid one. There's the Sprout. Draken helped in, but mid one's not making his way out of this. And they've also got the Fiend's Grip. This could be even more. Yapstor, is this the place? I'm magnetized on a lot of heroes with Prada trying to back off and Nisha coming in from the sidelines. Frank getting low, ends up dropping. Zai's dead. Now they'll take out Draken. Matthews next on the list. It's a buffet here for Nisha, and that's a triple kill with 4 heroes dead. Fights they don't want to take.
Look at them trying to push the mid tower like on some sort of equivalent level. It's just not quite the same, is it?
Yeah, Rolling Boulder, Boulder Smash. Venomous Gale actually hits on both Nisha as well as Yapstor. The Primal Roar stopping Nisha from going in on Draken. But right behind him is Pumpy. Try to TP out, and he'll stop the TP. We'll try to walk away with the ton coming in from the side. They still have Matthew nearby. The Astral Imprisonment is going to be out of the Venomancer. Coming over is going to be Zai. As Draken sitting low, but the Magnetize coming in on everybody once again. Down goes a ton with Draken to follow. And, well, after that Nightmare runs out, Bane's going to be food as well. 3 heroes dead once again on the side of Thunder Predator.
Mid one shows up just in time to steal some kills. Perfect. And out in time, but it is in fact only a matter of time before Secrets say, well, why bother the side lanes when we can just rush down mid? Yeah, oh, Yapto breaks the trees. But that roll just makes sure there's no good angle for them to attack.
So you're down 13,000 net worth. Yeah,
and they don't want to fight with 40 seconds left on Poison Nova, I don't think. Although they're possibly hoping that enough heroes have left that they'll have a numbers advantage versus Secret, but...
Towers or objectives or finding something.
And look at these items too, like now it's a mech done for the Earth Spirit. They're cycling through the shop for every aura they can find. They have the Pipe versus the Venom too, and Venom's only contribution right now.
Dire's top tower.
Take the top tier 3. Thunder Predator still looking for an opening. This is like a Book of Where's Waldo. It's there, but it'll take a moment to find.
We're so close to blink, guys. We can do. One of the other units just take it off, and so mid one just walks away.
He just outputs so much damage with these familiars with that Ags, and it's just letting Zai push bottom. They don't even need the rest of the team to help push, but they've got the magnetize. The Primal Roar comes out, but it's not going to be doing enough. Prada ends up falling. They'll lose Matthew. 2 heroes dead once again. They look over after a ton. Rolling Boulder, Poison Nova thrown by Draken. Now trying to turn it around on Yapsor, but again, you've got Mech coming out and 3 familiars running at Draken, and yeah, this is the moment where Thunder Predator are like, all right, we've had enough. GG, let's go on to the next one.
Yeah, I don't know. Their draft wasn't. The fog, create an engagement, and PA is going to look to thrive off of that chaos. But aside from how the fight pans out, she doesn't have any other
glitch, and Grimstroke are very important to how they're going to play this early mid-game for Secret. So if you've got maybe an early Blink Dagger available on the Tiny, we could see him going to the back lines or, you know, roaming early enough.
Oh, he got a kill.
A couple of kills here, and right away we see him mid.
Top, well, he's about to at least. He's like 1 XP away. 7 to be precise.
Maybe throwing the Inkswell on a Zai. If he's got Shikuchi and Inkswell, that's a pretty deadly combination.
God, this is so awkward for Matthew. He just like nothing to do. He's just trying to get level 2. He's like, can a creep die, please? There we go.
There's the Inkswell just keeping Yapsor safe. But the Boulder Smash on top of that. Now the Rolling Boulder on forward. And Yapsor dies with mid-1 dying mid as well. And Prada, he gets traded by Zai.
Yep, he does die last in the end at least. So we got a little bit.
Make sure he doesn't get hit by that Inkswell.
I'm not feeling too good about this Thunder Predator offlane. Not gonna lie. Frank, I mean, he brought 6 mangoes because he's playing against the Anti-Mage, so another die there. Bottom is Matthew. Looks like he's dead too, eh?
Yeah, Boulder Smash comes out though a ton. Oh. Zai, Matthew gets traded by Yapsor with the Stroke of Fate, and then Puppy dying to Frank. I'm surprised. Puppy
Tiny was there too. Draken killed him with the haste rune. That's the only reason. Yeah, that makes more sense. He came up for the bounty rune play. Pretty much perfect. Saved the haste rune to help guarantee both bounties. But if you look at this Enigma, like, he said to spend all of those mangoes. He's now down to the Soul Ring, and he only has 8 last hits. So this offlane is a complete disaster. They also didn't get any XP for their support too in that lane. So
nice geomagnetic grip. That's going to silence him a ton, going in pretty deep with the lack of health and only having that stick to get him a little bit higher. But I know fun.
Yep, he's got nowhere to go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But back to that lane. They might just kill him again here, honestly. Yeah, Puppy's got mana in 3 seconds for a Frost Shield. Yeah, he's just dead. I don't know about this one, Frank.
Frost Shield slows him up. Frank, I don't think that TP was the right idea. Fissure coming out, but Draken's got help nearby, and Matthew and Prada, they're probably going to look to go in on the mid one with the Avalanche coming in as well, throwing Boulder. Echo Slam comes in, and mid one now still needs to run as the Icarus Dive is through to get the kill.
Yeah, that was pretty greedy.
Stroke of 8. Just very far behind, sitting at only level 4.
Dire's top tower.
Oh, hi. It's just me and my Frost Shield again. At the same time, though.
You and Frank's. Ooh, hit by the Mana Void and kill it off. Yapsor dies mid. They've got the Sinister Gaze on a Matthew with the Boulder Smash hitting on a bolt for them. Puppy getting hit by these Eidolons, and yeah, well, that's to be expected when
not working out too well, I don't think, for Thunder Predator, just because the trade in the bottom lane is Zai is fully creep cutting. This was a nice play, though, actually. Frank used the Eidolons to catch the wave.
A ton might be into trouble as the Boulder Smash coming in, as well as the Rolling Boulder. Now the Mana Void hits onto the Phantom Assassin to get the kill. Matthew Rolling Bouldered in. He had the Geomagnetic grip on them for a second, but now he's the one silenced up. The Inkswell hits. Yapsor gets the kill.
Chances are you're probably caught in the Supernova too, so you won't have a good opportunity to actually use the time lapse.
Could potentially use it with the Avalanche toss comes down. You time lapse as they get the kill on the Yapsor, but the rotations are immediately there to attempt to get a trade. Nishas has the Frost Shield on him, blinks forward to stop Draken from getting away. He's got no more mana. The Fissure hits from mid one. Should be able to get this kill. He doesn't Mana Void. The Geomagnetic Grip is there to silence up the Anti-Mage, but now the Chain Frost goes all the way. It's already looking way better than game 1. At least there's that.
How much damage do we gotta get through here? 900.
Toss. Geomagnetic Grip. He's got the Frost Shield on top of him, but will be unable to make it out. the Orb of Venom that I think finishes off Nisha, as he did get the blink away, but was unable to make an escape, and it's 10-9 for Thunder Predator, possibly looking for more. Frank's up here over top. They've got the toss, and another kill here for Drac. 1 and 4.
Yeah, nice smoke there with the Magnetize. Would not have gotten it without it, so good to have. Transition into the tower. This kind of looks like Secret last game. Getting that really nice tower. I mean, it wasn't at like 5 minutes, but mid lane, they'll grab another kill there. So that's 3 quick ones across. That might help alleviate their suspicion in the mid lane. Puppy will drop the ward down.
Matthew right into his hands, so they might be able to get the kill for the Geomagnetic Grip as well as the Fissure coming out. There's the Exile on top of them. The Supernova comes out on the side. Matthew dead, Puppy dead, 1 for 1 so far. Mid one trying to get away. The Soulbind was out, but the stun comes out from the Supernova. Now Atum makes his way into the fight. Oh, what a stroke. Stroke of Fate on the 3 heroes, but it's not enough to save mid one. They'll get Prada. The 2 for 2 so far was Zai trying to make a play, but Atum looks over at YapzOr. He's got more than enough damage to take care of him. And Frank, he's looking to set up the black hole, and with the toss, it's an alley-oop into this one. And 4 heroes dead on the side of C.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Could do it,
attack.
but Phantom Assassin now into the Battle Fury. That is, in fact, before the Anti-Mage gets his, but we talked about how the Anti-Mage is able to farm so well with the fact that he's got the...
As Zai has gone from the Vlads to the Medallion, that'll help them control the Roche Pit.
Zai in a lot of trouble, gets the time lapse off. Now they've got the silence coming in from YapzOr. Boulder Smash hits on the mid one as he's silenced as well, but the Soulbind hits on 2 of them. Magnetize laid down, and they'll get the kill on a Draken looking for Matthew. Inkswell pops right on top of him. He's stunned up. A ton looking for an opening. There's the Stifling Dagger and the kill onto this Earthshaker. Zai now on the run. Shikuchi's and doubles back as the Chain Frost comes in, and the Supernova is on the side. Frank comes over as well. The silence is through onto a ton. Puppy trying to run away, but he won't make it far as he ends up falling.
Dire are scanning.
And now it's Secret's turn to see if they're going to defend bot.
Oh, blink into an immediate Echo Slam. Frank, Stroke of Fate comes in from YapzOr.
Frustrating, but it looks like Zai's a little bit more committed to trying to get something. They placed down this Vision back here too, so Zai knows that the Phoenix is there.
Yep,
might even be able to force out an egg.
The Icarus dive.
Yeah, I don't think this is worth using your egg. You're way too poor. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. He did use it, and they will back off, but that's because they've got Draken coming in from the sidelines. They've also got the Rolling Boulder in. Draken gets a double kill on a Puppy end as well as YapzOr. Now they look over at mid one. The Magnetize on top with the Stifling Dagger, slowing him down. Icarus dive comes through. Draken, just a triple kill.
No lie. I would not have expected this guy to do that. I'd be like, oh, he's going to hold that. He wants it for a big team fight, but then they made one.
Stifling Dagger, but the Boulder Smash as well as the Geomagnetic Grip, and yeah, 3 crits, and it's not going to matter how much health you have. Platoon trying to run away from Zai as well as Nisha. No more mana left on him, but it's not really going to...
This is dead, and then that was like the last second he went for the ulti too, so impressive. But now he's on that run again. Does not have the ulti this time, goes to the TP. No, they'll stop it.
Mana Void, as well as mid one, just there to make sure that he's unable to get away this time. But meanwhile, over
for this whole game, but Lich doesn't get a GPM talent, so you know, game's easy. Means he can't afford sentries.
Going after the support, he'll get the kill. Frank comes over and hits mid one, has the Midnight Pulse down. Look at this Malefice. Echo Slam comes out, but that's hyper defensive, and now the Geomagnetic Grip comes in. Got the Weaver coming in from the side. The Soulbind hits onto the Enigma as well.
There it is.
It's her Spirit, and they'll get the kill onto Matthew. They'll take out Frank. It's the Mana Void that hits on both of them. Nisha comes in. Burst hit bash, of course, why not? And the Avalanche onto both of them, but it's not going to save his life. Nisha gets a double kill, and they're also looking for more.
This bash.
Find the Phoenix. The Stifling Dagger comes out. The Basher doing so much work for him right now. The Phantom silences up this Prada Phoenix, and now it's just a ton. It could be a full team wipe, but the BKB's getting...
Oh, it did it again!
Oh, the bash! Come on!
Dude, this thing is fresh. It is hot off the presses. This Bastion just can't stop. Triple Stifling Dagger. It's a pretty big deal.
They're just going to show Nisha. Mid one, I believe the smoke got broken on him. The Boulder Smash ends up hitting him on the edge, but the Avalanche comes out. He's got the Inkswell on top of him as well as the Frost Shield. Continues to go after this Tier 3, the Sunray on top of him. And now the time lapse comes out from Zaya onto the Anti-Mage, and he'll just clean up Matthew.
The Blink BKB on Frank. They don't have any vision of the back line, so they need to catch both him and Zai inside, though.
And they'll try to go for it with the Avalanche hitting on both Puppy as well as Zai. Now the bash onto the Tiny. The Vision's going to follow it up as well. Mid one, putting Tiny in a little bit of a sad situation as Draken gets killed off.
Frank missed his moment. He's now lost his Tiny, he doesn't have buyback, and he needed him in this fight. Now it's like, what does my black hole even do?
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Counter spell, just setting the dagger back.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Lover Spirit back, but no Tiny for 24 seconds. The Magnetic Grip as well as the Boulder Smash coming out. Stifling Dagger on top of that. You gotta remember, he's still got the Aegis, so I feel like they're also trying not to blow the black hole on just the Aegis.
Radiant's top barracks.
I mean, they can hope that they can crit him to death or something, but that feels virtually impossible.
Goes after the tier 3. Now they'll look towards the back line. It's going to be a Geomagnetic Grip on Azaya as well as the Earthshaker. Look for the black hole, but look at the Soulbind keeping them close together. And now the Chain Frost is going to be bouncing out on Frank as well as Matthew. They've got the Supernova. They took out the first life on the Anti-Mage. Fissure hits. Matthew in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, Tun jumps in, gets on Poppy. The Echo Slam on top of Frank, but he doesn't have the he doesn't have buyback. So this is a big problem for him. One Inkswell on top. Fissure comes out. That actually stuns the Phantom Assassin. Nisha looks in for a moment. The Stupid Fate landing onto the Tiny and now just finds Matthew to kill him once again. And Nisha just diving in really deep. No longer has that second life. There's the toss, keeping him close. And time ups again coming out from Zai. Stifling Dagger. And, oh, okay, Poppy, you blink and you're dead.
He just back. Hard life, double bracer, not enough to save him, unfortunately.
Nisha will run out of ton. You've got mid one now with the Ags. Oh, jumps on the edge of that Fissure. Gets the hit. There's the BKB. Is it going to matter this time? Meanwhile, on the backline, Draken gets the kill on the Axor. Here comes Frank. Black on it. For the time ups on it. Nisha gets him out of harm's way. Mid one jumps away with the Ags. Nisha comes back in, looks over at Frank, gets the kill. Draken at a ton will re-engage into this fight, but did he just get bashed off the Stifling Dagger that bounced off the counter spell? The Fissure hits, and now they'll get the kill onto a time. Frank's dead while the buyback comes in. Matthew, trying to walk away, but unable to make the escape. Nisha's got himself a triple kill, looking for more. If he kills Draken, this could just be a rampage. The Stifling Dagger comes out once again, and Nisha not aggressive just yet. The Fissure hitting. There's the Avalanche. They jump in. Draken running away, but Nisha a couple more shots. The Ultra kill comes in. Looks over at a ton. Blinks out. Zai right behind him, ready. Roche, but this has to be a little bit quicker from Thunder Predator. That's so impressive. Got the kill on the mid one who jumps away, but it's just a corpse flying at that point. The Rolling Boulder comes down looking for something. Geomagnetic Group's on to 3, but Anti-Mage, he's already cleaned up the Nisha and goes back in. Frank, oh no, bashed up and dead. The buyback comes out for the Phoenix. He looks over at his tongue, gets the kill onto the Phantom Assassin. Draken looks over, trying to kill Yaxor, but there's the bash with the Chain Frost getting around, and mid one coming back in. 4 heroes dead with blinks to and Captain Product completely unsuspected who just blows up. And then first the egg is granted. That would be GG. Expected, but hey, credit I think to Thunder.